Forecheck works it free. That one nearly to the net front. Worked away by Clutch. Takes a hard hit from Zane Jones, and he's down and hurt on the ice. Rice goes after Zane Jones. Clutch is slow to get back up. Light continues. Clutch is just getting up. It was as Clutch was moving the puck, and I don't think he was expecting the hit, but it appeared to be a clean hit by Zane Jones. This line of Zane Jones back out for Evansville. And you already see a little bit of stick work in the firewall, or far side of the circle, is Sam Williams doing an active game against Greg Burmaster. Work free, taken by Harris off the draw, coming through the neutral zone, played it down ice. Not far enough for icing. Back for this one and clear back out by Kyle Thacker. Back to the Storm zone, retrieving is Joe Silva, but he got a fight behind the play. It's Greg Burmaster. And it looks like Sam Williams, they had mixed it up before the face-off, and both are throwing hands. Sam Williams ends up on top, and the fight linesmen move in. First scrap of the evening, 8:14 in. Sam Williams and Greg Burmaster. A look at it again on the board as they both decide quickly to go. Looks like Burmaster maybe a split second ahead. And Williams did get one shot with the right hand, and I think Burmaster may have got one in as well. They tied up on those near side boards. And ultimately it became more of a wrestling match than just an all-out fist fest. But both will get fined for fighting, if I'm not mistaken. This one controlled by Evansville. Zykal moves it along. Now it's Zane Jones up the far side. Zane Jones moving in, getting around Kramer, but can't get to the net. Down low, taken by Holton. Back to the far point. This is Brower shooting. That one deflects wide. Here's an open net. They score! Zane Jones! Not sure if it was an 8-ball or a puck, but a billiards play puts it home, and Evansville scores first. That's just a bad luck play there for Ryan Mulder. Bank off the far boards. Off the end boards from the far points. And Zane Jones was waiting on the near side, and that's one of those things with home ice, you know your boards. We've seen Quad City do the same thing in their building at the Tag Slayer Center. This time it's Evansville. Zane Jones at Evansville's third shot gives them a 1-0 lead. Goal at 8:40. 7th of the season for Zane Jones, all with Evansville. His first game back from suspension, and he scores the opening goal. And Amon has played every game of the season series up until this weekend. Shot from the far side by Seikos. Missed wide, but an open net. Billett fights it off as it had a weird bounce, and Billett made the save. Vincent Beaudry, I believe, had the shot. The Thunderbolts got a little lucky there. And in wait, Quad City had scored. That would have been a big luck play for them. They had a stanchion on the near side of this basketball game today, so the boards and glass were put in before yesterday's game, taken out and put back in today, just a few hours ago. Brower, near side to the net front, wide up. Holton, loose puck poked back into the corner by the Quad City Storm. Barnaby back to the point, Noah Corson. Hands it off, Brower with room, scores! Tyler Brower took the shot, not sure if it was deflected. Evansville leads it 2-0. We'll see a look at it here. Brower with the plenty of time off the handoff, shoots it, and it may have hit someone in front, but it looks like Brower will get credits. That'll be his first goal as a Thunderbolt in his second game, if it indeed stays. Corson will get a primary assist. And this lead is 2-0 Evansville. It's been a very strong start when they have gotten chances for the Thunderbolts. This goal at 12:49 of the opening frame. Tonight's players to watch as the game goes along, presented by Wow Cable. Mike Corson, or rather Braden Helms for the Thunderbolts, goals in 3 straight games. For Quad City, it's Taylor Price. 7 goals in 9 games this year against Evansville, but has not gone on the scoreboard yet this weekend. It is Price on the puck to the front, and they score! Vincent Beaudry. And there is Price getting on the score sheet with an assist there as Beaudry cuts the lead at 2-1. And that is a huge goal for the Quad City Storm to cut the lead in half. That's a big momentum shift there. It was Price off the face-off in the far side, play to the front, much like we saw Connor Fry's assist on the goal for Clutch last night, except from the opposite direction. But the same method is passing it through the middle, as there was a gap there between the goal, Ryan Billett, and the defenseman for Evansville. And they found the lane and put it home. And that's one that you're not much going to get easy to save there for Brian Billett. So 10th shot of the game, Quad City breaks through. It's 2-1 Evansville, 5:52 to go here in the opening frame. And Beaudry will get credit for the goal. That'll be his 11th goal of the season. Worked free by Hanu, worked out by Corson. Price had it, he lost it. Here comes Corson's got a chance. He shoots in a save by Mulder. Big save by Ryan Mulder to start things after a big hiccup at the Evansville line by the Storm. They'll bank it down instead. On a dump in, taken back by Helms. This one up the near glass and down. Here's a lead for Barnaby. He's got a breakaway. Matthew Barnaby, save again by Ryan Mulder. Two big saves by Mulder in the opening minute and a half. Remember those saves for Ryan Mulder. The Thunderbolts getting some great chances. And the Storm catching himself in a little bit of trouble here. But Mulder bailing them out. Up the near side for Barnaby. And he will clear to center. His pass to Corson, gets around the defender. Here he comes on Mulder. Corson is stopped by Mulder. Puck was still loose, but the defenseman got there in time. A third great save on a breakaway by Ryan Mulder. Now we get something going in the near side corner, and here we go. Corson was knocked down. We got a fight. Ryan Devine and Noah Corson in the middle of the fray. And Devine's got those left hands going. These are two tough guys, Corson and Devine. Devine with a big size advantage. Corson in some trouble. And they're going to break it up here. Well, Devine won the fight, that's for sure, but Corson held in well. And there's Brandon Esselstein. He's ready for a challenge. Lies and makes nothing happens. There we see the altercation. That got ugly very quickly. Well, we'll see what penalties get doled out here, and luckily didn't look like Devine was able to land any big shots. Devine got the head start in that fight. 4:51 gone here in the second period. Penalties. Ryan Devine, the box for Quad City, will take off his jersey to reorganize his gear.
Or use our app to skip the wait and get your flavor when you want it. Zaxby's, the official chicken of sports fans.
The moon is good on the Storm bench. Dakota Klutcha and Connor Fries on the kiss cam. 4:22 to go, and I bet they could kiss their goaltender right now. Ryan Mulder, 12 shots against, including 3 breakaways, and Mulder stopped them all. Gull trying to clear, he does, and carries up ice with Klutcha. However, Klutcha's ahead of the plate and offside, and then Asselstein and Gull kept on going. Devine goes after Asselstein. Little flyby check to the chest, nothing serious, but certainly let him know it's more of a greeting than anything. And Devine definitely declaring his intention that he wants them. And they're both staying out here, and this could get interesting. Could we see a rematch? I think there's a good chance. These two at the very top of the fight card. Ryan Devine and Braden Esselstein with 3:35 to go. They are ready to go. The puck is about to be dropped, and I'd say there's a high likelihood here we're going to see another scrap. And we don't. Not quite yet anyway. But Asselstein throws a check on Joe Silva. And a couple players go after him. That's Klutcha. Asselstein goes back to the play. And my goodness, whole lot of gasoline in one lit match not far away. This has been some old-time hockey here at the 4-7 between these two teams. Two teams that battle hard, compete hard, and leave everything out on the ice. The Quad City Storm and Evansville Thunderbolts, and two teams that have improved on last season's records. This season series has been as fun, if perhaps even more fun than the Thunderbolts and Peoria series. It's been almost a 3-sided war between Peoria, Quad City, and Evansville this year. Off the draw, here we go. We got a fight on the far side. Holton and Klutcha. Holton immediately firing with the right hands, and he takes Klutcha down. And this time we do get the deliverance. Relatively even fight, but Holton definitely got a vast amount of shots in. Klutcha and Holton will be done for the period. And the crowd loves it. Right-hand specials for both those players. And that'll be, I believe, our 4th fight of the night. Well, that is still our 3rd fight of the night. There we see the right hands, uppercuts. Not sure how many connected, how many caught helmet, but Klutcha was the one that was knocked down the fray. blood on the ice as I believe Clutcher was cut in the face. As the blood is being scraped up by one of the linesmen down in the far face-off circle. Those are the two that took the face-off. Maybe Holton was jawing with Joe Silva before the puck was dropped, but maybe it was Clutcher. They wasted no time. So 5 minutes each were fighting at 18:32 of the second period of play. And be sure to stay tuned after the period comes to an end. After a brief commercial break, we'll have our Shoot Crown of Intermission report. And then our SPH Live exclusive video highlights. And this is a night that, if you don't have SPH Live, you sure wish you did, because there will be some highlights for sure of those scraps. Now we get a fight, and this time it's Asselstein Devine at the top of the fight card. And this is a heavyweight tilt. Rematch from the last time. They faced off here at the Ford Center, and this time it's at the Quad City blue line. Right hand's cocked and loaded. Asselstein gets the first shot in. And those two go down a bit quicker. Devine still trying to throw. Linesman in there and trying to break it up. And there's fight number 4 of the night. Asselstein's not quite done. Linesman trying to hold away as Devine taunts him all the way back to the Quad City bench. Asselstein will in turn pump up the crowd. Well, this one was not as long-lasting. Not about a shot given, one aside, before the linesman got in as both players went down. So these penalties at 18:34 of the second period of play, as again the penalty sheet continues to fill up in this one. It's only appropriate with it being doxing out. There's plenty of roughing in this game. So if I do my math correctly, and again my math has not been the best this week, and that's 2 fights in 2 seconds. Holton and Clutcher at 18:32, and this will be Devine and Asselstein at 18:34. That's one that was built up throughout this whole stretch of the second period. Near side Price. Jones gets a stick back. Here's Kramer near point, 33 seconds to go. We're about a minute into this third period of play. Price sets up Burmaster, and he scores! Great Burmaster, a power play goal. And he has 3 goals this weekend, and this one ties it up at 2. And the fourth power play, they connect with 27 seconds to go in the man advantage. And the first shot of the power play, we've seen this a lot this weekend, where the first shot goes in. Other times when they don't, it's not scored on. But nonetheless, great Burmaster with a good shot on a nice setup from the near side corner, and that makes it a tie game. So the Storm coming back from 2-0 down. It's a brand new game here with 18:54 to go in regulation time. So that'll be Burmaster's goal, 3rd of the weekend. He's had himself a great weekend for Quad City. And that will be his 4th with the Storm and 7th of the season. He's 1 assist away from a Gordie Howe hat trick. Cut off by Stephen Gall. 2 shots on that power play, which is now expired. Thunderbolts 0 for 4. Barnaby tried to curl to the front, couldn't do it. Plovey in the puck now. Far side attack continues to the point for Thacker. Hands offside the net. Barnaby the net front. Blocked off. Corson scores while falling. Corson makes it 3-2. And Evansville gets the lead right back. They could have made it work on the power play, but kept the attack going. Corson was knocked down and kept the puck going while he had it. Fell down while taking the shot, but a goal is a goal. And the Thunder will take their second lead of the game, 3-2. This goal at 5:19. We'll see if Plovey gets an assist on it. If it is, that'll keep his point streak going to 14 games. That's not what is too important right now. It's still 3-2 Evansville lead. So a big response by Evansville. Again, they don't score on the power play, but shortly thereafterward, they connect. And we'll see how the Storm respond. There'll be 1 more against Birmingham, 1 against Huntsville, and 2 against the Macon Mayhem to round out the regular season series. Off the straw, Holton and Eman far corner. Those two do battle. This one's taken instead by Zykov. Goes to the front. What a save by Mulder. Big stop by Ryan Mulder. Zykov able to squeak through. Has it again. In the middle of the near side now with it, trying to final lane again. Quad City, close call there. Taken back by Tommy Siegels. Remember that save again by Ryan Mulder. He's been big when needed. Burmaster for the face-off and the power play goal, and he takes the face-off. Howard's tied up off the draw. Controlled by the Storm. To the point, Ricky Kramer. Heading off for Gall. Side of the net attempt to the net front. Loose puck scored. Stephen Gall scores, and we're tied again at 3. And the Thunderbolts getting into penalty trouble this period, and they pay for it twice. And again, the first shot of the power play, 13 seconds in. Bill, one save and the rebound put in by Stephen Gull. So the second shot of the power play goes in, and Quad City battles back again. And Stephen Gull, once, as I said, gets the goal, and that will be his 13th goal of the season. And that is second on the team in goals, one behind Taylor Price. And that's another big response goal. And again, the Thunderbolts just getting into trouble with penalties again here in this third period of play. And they get 2 power play goals against. And it's a tie game again. 9:36 to go in the third period of play. And now it's up for grabs for anyone. Thunderbolts lead it up. Here's Ferraro. Maybe a 3-on-2. It is Plummy for the trail. Sell it for Ferraro. And it just wide. Lobin shoots out of flex wide. And Mulder made the save, but it was rolling behind him. And it rolled between his pad and the left post. And again, just barely missed. Off the draw, battle for. Holton cutting the shot on goal. Back to the point. Lubin one last deflection, just wide. This one's going overtime. There's 16 minutes with Thunderbolts in Storm, even in shots with 32 in the game. In the period, 12 shots for Quad City and 13 for the Thunderbolts. Both sides, both goaltenders stopping 29 of those 32 shots. These two teams have played in overtime twice this season. Opening the first game of the week of the year series, November 8th here in Evansville. Stephen Gull winning in overtime 3-2 here. And then in Quad City, Braden Helms scoring on December 20th to win it in overtime. That was Ryan Mulder. He did score on. And Helms has scored goals in 3 straight games. Has nothing yet tonight. Austin Plumbing, a 13-game point streak, has nothing tonight as well. Near side boards, battle for, taken by Fries. There's a man in the middle, it's Harris, but he can't feed him. Fries across. This shot blocked off. And here's a chance. It's going to be a breakaway. Derek Sullivan for the win on Ryan Mulder. Stopped by Ryan Mulder. Tried to turn him inside out, and Mulder stayed with him. The latest of his many great saves tonight. One shot aside. We play on. 28 seconds gone in the period. And it's taken back by Evansville off a turnover. Here they come. St. Jones with Sutliff. St. Jones going to the net. And he maybe hit the post, but it stayed out. Far corner now. Sutliff again. Lubin off and on. Comes another man. Here's a chance in front. And again another save by Mulder. That was off St. Jones for sure. 36 seconds to go in overtime. And it's taken back by Quad City. Tommy Sikos against Derek Sulliff down low. Sikos will inch his way ahead. Thunderbolts going to change, but it's picked away. Here's Corson. He shoots at a save. Rebound. Does it go in? It stayed out. It was rolling. And out of the chaos, here comes Quad City 2. Manasova's down. Gull up ice. 1-on-1. Gull far side holds up. Sikos jumped on the ice. Sova's down and hurts. As play continues, and finally the whistle goes with 4.7 seconds left. Sova is down and hurt. He tried to block the shot, I believe, and hurt himself in the process. Connor Fries will take it for the Storm. This one is won by Hanoun. It is high noon again here at the Ford Center. This one is going to a shootout. 6-1 in the overtime for the shot counts. This season, Evansville 5-3 in the shootout. Quad City is 2 for 1. Last time these two teams went to a shootout was that last weekend in Quad City, the end of last year. As Evansville blew a 4-1 lead, and Quad City won it in a shootout by a 5-4 score. Quad City will go first. It is the 3-goal man this weekend, Greg Burmaster. It will go up for the Quad City Storm. Waiting to get instructions. And here he comes on Brian Billick to start the shootouts. And he missed wide on the forehand attempt. And it is scoreless going to the bottom of round 2. Up now will be Zane Jones. Zane Jones coming up now on Ryan Mulder to round out round 1 of the shootout. Scores! Zane Jones makes it 1-0. As he is 2 for 3 in the shootout now this year. The backhand, a forehand between the legs of Ryan Mulder. Evansville leads in round 2, and it'll be Shane Bennett for the Quad City Storm up now to start round 2. And here he comes now on Brian Billett from the near side. And he is stopped by Brian Billett, who got the right pad on it. And Evansville with a chance here to double the lead. Noah Corson, 1 goal tonight. 1 goal last night. And a chance to score again. Rounding out round 2 to extend the lead. Noah Corson. Here it comes on Ryan Mulder. Saved by Ryan Mulder as Corson again was looking to go 5-hole, and Mulder was able to stop it. Dakota Kletcha will go up for the Rivermen, for the Storm. He used to play for the Rivermen. And a chance to tie right back up for the Storm starting off round 3. Dakota Kletcha on Brian Billett. Missed it wide, and I believe Billett may have got a piece of it, but it stayed out. And up next is Derek Sutliff. Derek Sutliff in his career with the Thunderbolts 3 for 8. And here he comes on Mulder again to try to extend the lead. He scores! Derek Sutliff makes it a 2-goal lead in the shootouts. A beauty, forehanded backhands. He made this move on Max Malosek earlier this season. Fake to the backhand and upstairs on Mulder. And Quad City, to keep it going, sends out Vincent Beaudry. If Brian Billett stops it, this game is over. And here he comes, Vincent Beaudry to keep it going here on Brian Billett in the top of round 4. Billett makes the save. Holy Hannah, the Thunderbolts have won it in the shootout. Final score 4-3. A weekend sweep for the Thunderbolts, but what an effort for the Storm as well. They get a big point in their playoff push, and the Thunderbolts get 2 big points in their goal of getting home ice in round 1. St. John's will again get the winning goal. He had the first goal, he gets the winning goal. The shootout winner in round 1, and the Thunderbolts win the shootout 2-0 in the game 4-3. Brian Billett, 4 saves on 4 attempts in the shootouts. Ryan Mulder deserves a lot of credits as his efforts helped them get a point for the Quad City Storm. Lots of goals, lots of fights, lots of hits, and a lot of big saves. This was a fun one here at the Ford Center tonight. Let me one more time back at the Taxler Center in 2.5 weeks. We're going to send downstairs for our post-game interview in Old National 3 stars of the game. Then we'll be back up for the Old National post-game report as the Thunderbolts win it 4-3 in the shootouts.